by Baylor, Coach Briles, offensive coordinator. We're not going to start with an opening statement, just begin with Q&A. So if you find someone with a microphone, we'll go ahead and start for coach or student athletes.
Kendal, did you think the Wildcat would work that well?
We felt good about it. Obviously, our guys were prepared. Coach Briles talked about it after the game. The last couple of weeks, we've had some of the best practices that we've had, and I think that, from a whole, the adversity that we went through this year, the guys stuck together as good as a team can do. Really a tribute to the seniors and what they've done and accomplished. And for these guys to win 50 games in the last 5 years is just a tribute to what they've done and a tremendous program win. But we felt good. They were running the ball well. They really didn't heavy the box too much, and we had some really good calls. The guys in the box did a great job of helping us with the run schemes, and we were able to grind out yards and stay ahead of the chains.
Real quick, for those of you who weren't in the room earlier, Mr. Jefferson was named the game MVP. We'll have a question over here in the right.
This question is actually for John Jefferson. Congrats on being here. I had a question for you. What inspired your offensive game today? I mean, you broke 2 records today, so kind of talk about how you feel about that and what inspired you to push on.
I would say the seniors on my team and leaving their name with a good taste in their mouth. The whole offensive line and all seniors except for one guy. But the big thing for me was last game we played, I had a big mistake. That hurt me, and I promised the guys that I was gonna come out and give them my all. And today, God blessed me, and they blocked amazing today. And today just turned out to be the best day ever.
Kendal, how different was everything you had to put in as far as the basics go? Obviously, the quarterbacks are all going to be different when you're rotating everybody in there to take snaps, but as far as schemes, blocking-wise and route-wise, did you guys have to change that too?
No, we didn't have to change too much there. The last game of the year at home, whenever Chris Johnson had gone down, we got there in the second half and devised a game plan and tried to get us a chance to win, and we really threw these guys in the fire to get out there and catch the ball from the center. We hadn't done that and prepared, and so that really gave us kind of a leg up in preparation for the bowl game. They executed in practice and felt great about some of our run game schemes, and obviously the offensive line, they showed what they were capable of.
Kendal, what's the plan over here? Was the plan going in to mix in a lot of the passing, or would the Wildcat just work and stuck with it as much as you did?
No, we wanted to do both. We felt very confident in Chris and his abilities. Obviously to throw the football at our guys. We did take some shots early. We didn't connect on it. But we did want to get ourselves in long down in distance situations because we got into the game and we were moving them up front. And our guys were creating a lot of space in the run game, and then we were taking advantage of it. So once we kind of got into the group of the game, we just felt like we're going to fix it, and we continued with it. And obviously, there's a good victory.
Coach, 102 offensive plays tonight, 85 degrees. Talk about the play of your offensive line and any changes that you had to make for them tonight.
They just played tremendous. And our guys are used to playing that many plays. I don't know what we average over 12 games, but I'm saying it's upper 80s to 90. And that's what we want to do. We want to tempo, we want to play a lot of snaps. And you talk about our line and what it does to them, but for the defensive line, it wears those guys out, and we practice that way, and they've done a great job. Coach Clements has done a great job with those guys, and Coach Kazadi getting them in shape, ready to go. And they're mature. 4 of those guys are seniors, and Spencer Drango being the leader, and he's just doing a great job.
Kendal, you were averaging 300 yards on the round anyway, but does this somehow, second half Texas tonight, change in a way who you might be?
We ain't getting that far yet. What we have been has been pretty good. Obviously, we've got a QB that can really execute the offense and do some things, but we definitely feel like the capabilities that we have with these guys being able to do that and then get the quarterback out of receiver and do some things that it does. I think it creates some problems for the defense having to prepare for that.
Johnny, what does it say about the players on your team, especially coming into today and the last throughout the year when guys go down, being able to kind of step up and nothing's happened, nothing missing.
Well, I want to give credit to Coach Briles because he know how to recruit. But it just says that we're tough. Baylor whole identity is physicality travels. And all we preach, it's all we teach. And if you want to be a game, the offensive line got to win up front, and the D-line got to win. Physicality, travel. And by them doing that, they're inspiring everybody else. So everybody else want to make plays, and everybody else want to win the game. So being physical today will win the game.
Aiavion, you guys have lost your last 2 bowls. What does it mean to kind of turn it around and win this bowl?
It means a lot. The seniors have done a great job this entire season. Keeping the whole team together. We've been through a lot, and just sending those guys out on the right note. Coming in and just getting this win is just big. It's big for us, big for the program.
Aiavion, knowing that North Carolina also has a kind of offense that can put up points in a hurry, how much more confidence did seeing your offense get those points and kind of keep up that pace that you guys always have to help you guys get the stops that you need?
We were very confident. Coach Bennett and the staff, they put us in great positions, and going against our offense every day, just there's nothing like it. There's no other team that can compare it to that. So just the confidence that we went into the game was we came in with a high confidence and able to execute.
Aiavion, for you personally, the 3-man front and the 4 linebackers, looks like you're very comfortable in that. Have you felt that you've adjusted to that pretty well?
Yes, I have. Whenever we I was put into the defense, it just kind of everything started clicking. This team started making stops, and it's been working really well for us. So I've just been able to fit in and just help the team out.
Kendal, I know you said you had confidence in this Wildcat, but I know the whole game, those of us, the guys who were around me, we kept looking at the stats and just the way the rushing number was going up and up and up. And how mind-blowing is 653 yards? I mean, 400, I'm sure you would have been happy with. That would have been a huge number. But to completely obliterate Russell Athletic Bowl record and just get that many, that's got to be a staggering number that you couldn't have expected.
It is staggering. I mean, 460 between 2 guys, and really looking at Terrence, he was 3 yards off of having a 100-yard game, so that put 3 guys over 100. I mean, to be honest with you about the rushing yards, we don't care. I mean, Johnny will tell you he doesn't care. I know in the 3rd quarter, I'm listening to Johnny on the sideline, and he's saying, win, let's win, let's win. I mean, he didn't care about rushing yards, and our offensive line don't care about it. If we'd have had 100 rushing yards and 100 passing yards, we would have won 13-6, we'd be real happy. So all we care about is winning the football game, and for these seniors and this program, I think it's a very big statement.
John Jones about Hornets. Johnny, you came into the season as the 3rd running back on the depth chart, kind of hidden down there between 2 guys with a lot of experience. And then you go out and put up the 2nd most productive bowl game in the history of college football. I mean, how do you keep yourself motivated to kind of come out and be able to do something like that, even when you're hidden on the depth chart for a while?
I think the coaching staff, they always are telling me that, every day is an opportunity to be better. And, me starting at 3rd, we really don't have a 3rd running back because how much we rotate, it's not a true start because everybody gets in to get changed. It's just the fact that when you get in, you take advantage of the opportunity. Quarterback too. We don't have this room.
Aiavion, a couple of big plays. You got the sack or stop on Williams and the open field where they had to kick the field goal and then the force fumble. How big were those plays in a game like this?
Oh, major. We try to get as many turnovers as possible. That one on the goal line was major. Johnny was able to score right after, so just being able to change the momentum of the game was big, especially in an environment like this. It's just it's a big deal.
Johnny, speaking for the running backs as a whole, how much confidence did you guys have in the game plan and the strategy, knowing that you were missing the quarterbacks?
A lot. We put this, everybody, coaches, the line, everybody said this game is on us because, all our quarterbacks are out. Chris Johnson, he's a great quarterback, don't take nothing from him. He went his butt off too today. So, we all, our whole identity was to run the ball, pound the ball, and let's see if they're going to stop us. And we were successful with that.
All right, we have time for 2 more.
Johnny, running so many forms of quarterback, so many people, was it difficult at all for you guys to keep it straight and execute it? How did the team do that?
Let's just say we have a lot of practice. We want a lot of plays at practice, and so we're in a routine a lot. I would say I'll probably ran every play I ran out there 200 times in practice. So, I'm comfortable with it. It's like second nature to me. I don't flinch. It's nothing new. And the coaches just believe in me, and because I'm used to being back there. So many guys, they get a bunch of practice back there too. So, we just work as a team. It's like a whole machine.
Johnny, going back to your days as Shoemaker, where does this performance rank among, I guess, best performances of your career?
By far, this is the best performance I've ever had in my life.
All right, actually, we have one last question.
Kendal, to see the amount of young players like Johnny at skill spots, but also the offensive line, notice you're rotating a lot of the guys like Marpels and all those. How exciting does that get you to see the quality reps that they're receiving? And also in terms of going into the offseason, the amount of guys you have coming back, as opposed to the way it has in the last couple of years, how huge is that for continuing to build up this program?
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot of momentum right now. Those guys, younger guys, got a ton of experience this year. We feel really good about where we're at right now as a program with our depth, the classes we have, and a lot of those guys are redshirted this year. So, we're just going to keep getting better. We feel like that the guys that are going to be coming in as the offensive line group next year are very, very talented. But we're not worried about that right now. We're worried about this win, this victory for these seniors, and to go out and win 50 games in 5 years is just really, really incredible, and just blessed to be a part of it.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations on a great year. Baylor breakout interviews.